Right, so this is just going to be a video kind of just sitting down talking to you a lot, but I do recommend you pay attention because I am going to kind of be explaining what's going to be going on in the channel for the next maybe month or so. So, one thing I love doing with FIFA 20, and I usually don't do this like for videos, just kind of on my own time, is I love doing tournaments, whether it's putting all the teams in Scandinavia against each other, taking the best teams from countries I've traveled to and putting them against each other, putting all the London teams together, all 437 of them, or if it's even just like throwing all the teams that Zlatan Ibrahimovic played for in his entire career in a tournament. I just love arranging different teams into different tournaments, seeing all the combinations of how they can play each other. So, as I mentioned, I've never done this for a video series because I wasn't sure how. Do I show some games? Do I show all? How many teams do I do? But recently, when I was watching one of my favorite YouTubers, BMONUS, I saw that with his all-time Euro tournament, I kind of saw how to do it. So, give credit to him for kind of inspiring me for the format to how to do this video. So, for my tournament in particular, there are not a ton of rules, but there are some, and I just don't want there to be any confusion throughout the tournament, so I'm just going to explain it right now straight up. So first and foremost, nice and simple, just the seeding. So that little graphic on your left, that's the all-time Premier League table top 8. So then the seedings respective, and then you can see the brackets like that. So those will be the first round matchups. Got United and Newcastle, Chelsea, Everton, Arsenal, City, Liverpool, and Spurs. Please do keep in mind it is done by points. So for example, like in the game, City could have a higher rated squad, but they're still seated higher than say Everton, because we all know about what happened to City. So this is how, when I'm digging through all these, because what I did was I went on SoFIFA and I looked at all these team squads for the past 10 years, I think, and then I went on FootWiz and looked at all these players' cards. So it was a lot of effort. Just hit that like button, subscribe please. So a lot of times when you look through 10 years of Premier League history, there's going to be a lot of players that play for more than one club, and there has to be a nice, straight up, fair way to dispute this. So you might, as you know, so it's just, for the most part, done by which club they have more appearances for. So you can see on the left, Nemanja Matic, 123 Chelsea appearances, 76 United. Carlos Tevez, 63 United appearances, 113 City appearances. In Carlos Tevez' card on the left, I did add the United logo. It's usually a City card, but he doesn't really have a FIFA 09 United card, even though he transferred there then, or at least I couldn't find one on FootWiz, and I wanted to use him as an example, and FIFA 9's like the farthest back you can go on FootWiz. So we got, of course, Petr Cech, 333 Chelsea appearances, as compared to 110 Arsenal. Sure, he played for Arsenal more frequently, but much more, I think he has a much more prestigious career at Chelsea. He even returned as a goalkeeper coach. So now that's out of the way. Of course, there are some exceptions. So you're all going to call me biased because the two exceptions have to be Liverpool, but they're Torres and Milner. These are really interesting because Torres, technically he does have more appearances for Chelsea, but by 8 appearances. When you have a Premier League career as lengthy and successful as Torres, like 8 games is practically nothing. But 65 goals to Liverpool and 20 goals for Chelsea in less appearances, and I think it's safe to say Torres did do better at Liverpool. So when we go over to Milner, and technically he has more appearances for Man City, but then he has more goals to Liverpool. And honestly, I think his career really took off when he went to Liverpool. Like, he just won the Champions League, so I think that is fair. But one thing, if you're mad at me for doing this, to rest assured, Milner, so I'm not going to reveal anything about the two squads yet, kind of want it to be a surprise, but even with Milner's 86 rating, he most likely wouldn't have gotten at least a start in either of the squads. In Torres, I mean, not going to say anything too much, but he wouldn't have started in all the squads, so it won't affect it. Not like he wouldn't start in all the squads, but the thing about Torres, if his absence on one of the clubs isn't really going to hurt the clubs. They would have it's not like he would make or break any the Chelsea or Liverpool squad. They would both have backups, so that's not really something you guys have to worry about. So then, as for upgrading players, so icons all gonna be in their top form. Don't care if it's icon moment, just a base icon card. They're all gonna be in their top form. So this is probably the most important part of this video, talking about upgrading players. So as you can see on the left with Paulino and Zlatan, those are both flashback cards, pretty straightforward. Just copy all those stats down, throw them in the game, because Zlatan and Paulino are both still in the game. And then you got Colakini, sorry if I pronounced that wrong, former Newcastle defender. He's still in the game, but he's kind of in the end of his career, so he's a 72. So what I'm going to do is take his, I believe, FIFA 10 card and just update all the stats. And then either I take a flashback or I take their highest rated card, with the exception of most Team of the Years. The thing about Team of the Year, when I look through all the databases, I noticed a pattern. I noticed that around, it wasn't even until maybe 5 years, because Team of the Year has been going on for a while, but when Team of the Year players were very, very highly rated. Like this year we see 99s and 97s, and originally I wanted to do that, but it wasn't fair to the icons, because you have a 97 Kevin De Bruyne, and that would make a 92 Kenny Dalglish look bad, when that wouldn't be a fair comparison. So I just decided to, for the most part, call Team of the Year cards off, null and void if you would like, but there are some exceptions. There must be more than one, but one I can think of is Mesut Ozil. I used his 91 Team of the Year card because I think that's fair, because the main part of this is I want all these players in their prime. I want and even team of the week, and as you can see on Harry Kane, inform cards. Those are still fair play, because the thing is, you think Harry Kane could be in his prime right now, but the thing is, I don't want to just take his card from the beginning of the season. If he's in his prime, I want to take this prime of this season. I want to get to the nitty gritty. I want these players to be in their prime. I want it to be a good, fun tournament, really close. So, and I think it will be. So, as you can see, if I didn't do a flashback, or what I would do in Colakini's case, I would do, if you look at the bottom of your screen with Harry Kane, if he has a bunch of different cards with a fairly small range of ratings, I would kind of take an average of all of them, and I did do that, I would like to say, with most current players. You'll see that in Mane, you'll see that in Salah, you'll see that in Sterling. So it's not always a single card, but kind of a combination. I did put a lot of thought into this. So then, of course, addressing players that aren't in the game, I just went to the create player setting and just copied all their stats down from their cards when they were in the game. As long as they were in the FIFA database, you will see them in this experiment. So as we can see, Ashley Cole, Jamie Carragher, Patrice Eva, not in the game right now, but they still have stats in the database, so I can put them in the game. And just I'd like to address this now. So you guys may know this, or it may happen to you guys, or it might just be me, but sometimes I'll create a player and it'll spit out a random mini face that looks nothing like the player. So if I'm ever hovering over a mini face and it looks nothing like them, I'm either just gonna ignore it or say I am, which means ignore mini face. So don't be surprised if you hear me say that. And then this is the schedule. So watching BMONUS's all-time Euros, I thought using a schedule is a good idea, and also I think it's good for you guys to know when the games are gonna be. So, and then also I feel like putting it on a strict schedule, which people are relying on, I feel like will help me personally kind of keep the consistency, because I feel like if I didn't do a exact schedule, I don't know, we all know what happened to the Salford career mode, sorry. So yeah, that's gonna wrap up the video. I'll leave the link to these schedules in the description, and as you can see, so more into the schedule. Games will be played on Mondays and Fridays, and the final will be on May 1st. So yeah, as you can see, first game, United Newcastle, that's coming up. I'm recording this on the 1st of April, and that's the 6th of April, so less than a week away. I'm really excited for this tournament. I hope you guys are just as excited as I am. Any questions, you can head over to my Instagram at LukeTheLegendYT. And yeah, as I said, this schedule will be linked in bio, free to you to look at. So yeah, see you next time.